topic. This is key number 4 of the 4 keys. Train properly. How to sell and how to train. Now, guys, this business is all about teaching and training. So it's very critical that you get this one right. If you want to build a big lasting business, key number 4 is very critical. So guys, why do you want to become a master at training properly? Well, there's a number of reasons. The first one is the only way to build a big business is to teach others how to do the business properly. Now, one of the things that makes the system so powerful is the fact that it is built on something we call win-win. Now, in other words, in order for you to become successful, you have to make others successful. There's no other way, guys. You only unlock your dreams by helping others unlock their dreams. Now, the second reason you want to become a master at training people properly is that training properly is actually the fastest way to grow a successful and lasting business. A business with poorly trained people is just like a house with a bad foundation. Yeah, it may look good for a moment, but eventually the cracks in the wall will start to show and the house will come crashing down and take your dreams with it. So again, guys, why is it important to train? Well, you only become successful by making other people successful. And then why is it important to train properly? It's the fastest way to build a big quality business that will last and actually help you unlock your dreams. Now, in our system, what do we actually train? Now, that's very simple. There's 2 things we train. You train a person on how to sell, which is the 10 keys. And then once they've mastered the 10 keys, and only once they've mastered the 10 keys, you move on to the second phase. You are training someone on how to train someone else. And this is the 4 keys. Now, guys, a critical step here is if your person can't do all the 10 keys by themselves without you, you can't sign them off because the training is incomplete. Now, even if they've done the production that they need to become a trainer, they need to be strong on all the 10 keys. They can't just be strong on 9 of them. So again, only once they've mastered the 10 keys can you move on to training them on the 4 keys. Now, the same applies, guys, on the 4 keys. Your trainer has to have mastered the 4 keys and all of them, not just some of these. Now, how exactly do we train properly? Now, our business has a very simple but powerful method. Now, this is something we call the TOF process. Okay. Now, this stands for teach, show, observe, feedback. Now, take note, guys. You have to do this entire process and you have to do it in this order. You can't skip any of these parts. You can't say, I want to teach, then observe and give feedback. You have to teach, then show, then observe and give feedback. And when we fall short is we don't do all of these steps or we skip certain of these steps, guys. So the first step is about teaching the person. Okay, this is the teach part. So you teach them using the tools. Okay, guys, using the tools, not from your own human cleverness or your own skills. You teach using the tools. This is the manuals, this is the posters, the script, the pitch card, the objection handling, everything that has been designed in the system to duplicate. So it's very critical. Some of us teach the person, but we use our own skills and our own experience and our own human cleverness. But guys, this can't be duplicated. What can't be duplicated are the tools of the system. Now, when you teach people, this is like the theory part. Okay, this is how it works. This helps them understand how the system works and how the sales tools work and everything works. Okay, it's critical that you teach them properly so they get the theory. Now, once you have taught them, the second step is you personally have to show them how it's done. You've heard the saying, guys, this is a show me business, not a tell me business. Now, this applies to everything, both the 10 keys and the 4 keys. You cannot tell me how to drop pieces and not show me. You have to go out there in the field and show me how to drop the pieces. Now, if the teach part is theory, the show part is the practical demonstration. You've heard the saying as well, guys, seeing is believing. And when you show your new person how it's done, this not only builds belief in you as their trainer, but it also builds belief in the system. Now, again, it only builds belief in the system if you are using the system's tools to get the job done. Now, once you have taught the person, you have shown them how to actually do it. The third step, guys, this is now time to observe them doing it. You've shown them how to speak to customers. You've shown them how to get referrals. You've shown them how to objection handle. It is time for them to try it out and time for you to observe them doing it. Now, if you aren't training your person yourself, you will not be able to actually observe them. If you're not in the field with them, you won't be able to observe what they are doing, how well they are doing it, and therefore you will not be able to do step 4, which is now giving them the feedback on what they're doing well and where they still need to improve or develop. Now, finally, coming back to step 4, after you've observed them, either doing their first 10 pitches or asking for referrals or starting to train their first trainee, you have to give them the relevant feedback. Okay, both positives, what they did well, and the areas where they need to improve. Now, in giving feedback, it's important to use this method called build, teach, build. So you start with the positive, right? What have they done well in the field? What are they doing very, very well? And then you teach them on the areas where they need to improve. And what's very, very important, guys, is you have to end this conversation on a high note. You build, you teach them, and then you build them again so they have confidence in order to keep going and make the progress they need to do. Now, guys, once you've done these 4 steps, it does not stop there. The last step of this process is the one that most people forget, but it's very, very important. You keep repeating this process until this person is as good as you or better. Now, a strong trainer is one who has mastered all of the 10 keys and all of the 4 keys. If they have not mastered all of them, they are not a strong trainer. And the system speaks about building 8 strong frontline trainers. So guys, repeat this process until they are as good as you or better. Now, finally, guys, some key things about training properly that separate those who succeed and those who don't. Now, the first one, we spoke about it earlier. Using the tools and letting the tools be the magic. When training, whether it's in prime time or on the field, you should use the tools to train. Using the tools can be duplicated. Your natural ability cannot. Again, guys, using the tools also builds belief in the business and the system. Now, the second thing that separates those who succeed from those who don't is the discipline to not take shortcuts. Now, guys, when you think you've got the system figured out, this is when you're in trouble, right? This is a big trap, especially for your experienced trainers. When you stop doing the things that made you successful, you will stop getting the results and the growth that came with it. So guys, be disciplined in using the tools and not taking shortcuts. When you're training someone, do not skip any of the steps. All of them are important. Lastly, guys, teaching and training properly is the key to building 8 strong frontline trainers every single year. If you don't do this properly, you're going to build 8 weak frontline trainers who put all your dreams and your goals at risk. Now, my question to you is, are you going to jeopardize your dreams by taking shortcuts? Or are you going to live the life of your dreams by obsessing over training people properly?